Hello sexy souls and welcome back to my channel. So I have been a little bit late uploading. I know it's the holidays, but as well I have went through a little and I'm glad. I'm glad that that's over now. I had this happen to me last year when my external reality was like flipped completely upside down. I had to move home. My whole life was changed. I didn't have a job anymore. I have this, which I don't classify as a job. I classify this as my passion, what I love to do, and I get paid with it. So it's a win-win. A job to me is a word I'm trying, again, try is a word I don't really like to use. These words I'm trying to, see, I'm using them, but I'm trying to come up with a more intelligent way of using words and thinking about the vibration that they hold and the message that they bring with that. So job is one of those things that I'm trying to not say anymore. What do you do for work? Work is another thing. It depends on how you use the words. And that's just something that I am kind of studying at the minute. I really love words, word magic to be precise. I love that, how the occult has twisted everything to kind of hijack everything. I find that so interesting, and it's something that I'm learning a lot about. My external reality, everything flipped upside down, changed, and now this year at the exact same date, which was Christmas Day, I had my internal word just kind of go. I had, you could say, a little awakening, and I knew it was coming, but I didn't know how it was going to affect me, like what was going to change. I could sense it was coming. To say that I was shocked is an understatement, because I have a whole different perspective on things again. And I'm so ready for 2020 to have this new way of looking at life. And I think that everyone is going to have something that they realize about 2020 that has made them a completely different person. So if you haven't figured it out yet, trust me, you're going to get like this, I don't know, this feeling that you know. Because 2020, 2 and 2 is 4. 4 is about going home. We've been brought back home to sort a lot of family things out. So a lot of us went through a lot of family issues, a lot of home things because we were, on lockdown. But that was the whole vibration, that was the whole energy of that. It was to shake everything up to build a new foundation for ourselves. When we start saying 2021, we're in a different vibration. 2021 is the 5. 5 is about change. And it's like a breath of fresh up. I can never say that. Breath of fresh air. Isn't that it? Yeah. We're just going to feel like we always do with a new year. But this time, I'm definitely feeling blessings are coming big time. They're going to look funny for the first part of the year. So trust me, the energy that I feel, I know that things are still going to be shaken up on the world outside of ourselves. So on the news, you're going to hear people talking about things that are fear-based. That's all still going to happen because we're still watching a movie. The movie is the mainstream media. It's all of the purging that's going on. So you just have to sit back and observe. Keep in that energy. And when you find yourself getting into fear mode, check in with yourself. Why are you afraid? What is triggering you, and why is it triggering you? Okay, is it the whole fear about getting this thing? Because why is there a fear over that? Question like, here's an example. McDonald's. Do you know that if you leave a McDonald's burger for a certain, I'll let you Google it yourself, but if you leave it for a certain period of time, there's videos on YouTube, it doesn't mold. Why does it not mold? Because it's not food. So if you can put that into your body every week, a lot of people are saying this, like, why are you afraid of this thing? But I will not be getting this because I don't need it. I'm healthy. I'm looking after my health. I'm checking in with myself. I don't need that thing. I don't trust it really anyway, But at the same time, I don't trust. It's not that I don't trust what it is. I don't trust what's going on with all of that, because that is just to distract me from, focusing on what matters. So I have been focusing on the really small details in my life that matter to me, and I honestly think that for 2021, just try and stay as present in 0 point as you can. And if you follow Vedic astrology, it's really good to find when certain zodiac signs are at 0 point when they are in the moon sign. Look into all of that, but it's something that I've been practicing with my craft and doing certain rituals. I always kind of look at Vedic astrology to bring in the energies. I do pay attention a little bit to Western, but more so recently I've been focused more on Vedic astrology. But yeah, the energy, that's kind of the energy on the external, but like what it's going to start off with is you're going to notice that maybe you're going to realize that, aha, I fixed everything at home. I was meant to be here for a reason, but now I can make a change. I can do something. So maybe you need to move out of your home again. That's going to happen next year. Might not happen straight away, but that's the energy. These are the thoughts that you're going to start to have. You're going to have a whole different outlook on life. This is what's happening to all of us. We're starting to realize that, okay, if this isn't working, well, why am I not changing it? Everything is going to be about change. And you're going to see that massively on the outside world. But what I feel like for the first month of January and the energy I feel around it, it's going to be a lot about like questioning what you're doing with your life. And it can be hard because you're going to think, well, this isn't even what I want to do. People are going to want to give up on things, and that might be negative, and then they'll come back to that. Just really tune in, because I think a lot of us are going to be really back into that same kind of like, nothing's changing, nothing's going to change. I've lost hope. I don't think anything's going to change, because people and business are shut down and all of this, and everyone's going to have that kind of fear again. But trust me, we are watching a movie. Everything is already set out and it is ready. The new world order, we were already in that, okay? We are not moving into a new world order. We are moving into a world where everyone gets the same message, and it is clear. It is a quantum message that everyone just understands, and it is peace, and it is love, and it is respect. It's gonna take a while, but that's just the energy we're moving towards, for me. And if you are looking on the outside to verify that for yourself, that's not where you're gonna find it. You're gonna find it in here first, and then you're gonna get that reflection back to you. I see it all the time now. I see it in people around me, the way that they speak. They've changed the way they speak. The only place that I don't see it is on the news, or and I'll just randomly walk into a shop and I'll hear these people that I don't know argue about something that was on the news or something. But the people in my circle, my everyday life, it's peace, it's quiet, it's harmony, it's balance, because I create what is happening outside of me through the energy that I hold and protect. So that is just something that I wanted to start off with. I feel like a lot of people are going to start noticing changes in the masculine as well. You're going to see a little bit more respect from the masculine. You're going to start to feel like they actually want you to make decisions. They want you to kind of tell them what to do. You're going to notice that kind of change. It's what I feel. It's just a prediction that I've been sensing. Also, you really went through all of the family stuff. And I know in my Saturn return, it's all to do with family again. But I think this is something that I had in my mind. I was like, I've already went through so much with my family. Why do I have to do it again? That was a fear. This is a fear. And now I got the message that it's not what I think it is. I still don't fully understand it, but I get the gist of it. And it's just, I'm doing things differently. The way that I am around my family is going to be different. It's going to be more true to who I am. And it's going to be hard, but each and every time I get past the little hurdle, it's going to be so much better and better and better. And then, I don't know, 2022, that's going to be good. So there's not so much changing next year, like on the mainstream, the main stage, okay? That's more like back and forth kind of blah, 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 trying to pull people apart. But if you stay centered, you're going to notice massive changes with yourself and your community and all of that, okay? So just really, if you're still watching the news, I really don't know what to tell you other than it's worse than reality TV. It's even more fake than reality TV shows. Like, watch Love Island, but don't watch the news. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna do 3 groups for everyone. So just close your eyes and think on a number between 1, 2, and 3, and yeah, then we will begin with your pile. If the lighting is changing, it is because the sun is going down, and I should have recorded earlier. Actually, it's because it's snowing outside and the clouds. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you in a second. Hello, group number 1. So, I have already pulled the cards just so we can get straight into it. I am already feeling that this has to do with a relationship, big time. A lot of relationships, and we'll just get this out of the way first. I feel like if anyone has been thinking a lot about someone that has passed away, know that the support that your mother is feeling, and the support that you're feeling from her is exactly what you need right now. And it's exactly what this whole year has helped kind of soothe. Okay, so if your relationship with your mother has been a little rocky this year, and now your energy seems to have changed, it seems to have shifted, and you're thinking about the good times, and it's not really holding them accountable for things that might have not went the way that you had planned. Someone up here has been kind of bringing you back together. So all of the things that have been solved and resolved in regards to your family and home life has been someone up there. Someone has been watching over you and been guiding you to make sure that everything is peaceful again, and that, you know, you have a little bit of trust in that everything is going to be okay. So just bear that in mind. That's something for maybe someone. Also, I think that you have been doing so well health-wise. You've been looking after yourself. You've been eating well. You've been taking a lot of care of your mental space as well. But there is someone who takes a lot of your energy. So you might feel very like you just want to relax. You don't have that kind of get up and go energy. You're avoiding doing some things, and it looks to me that everything looks good. Like, you look like you're living the life. You even on your Instagram stories or wherever, people might think, wow, they're having a great like little lockdown this past year. So everything looks good on the outside, okay? But there is just a little bit of pulling of energies, okay? So you feel really good, you look really good, you've been eating well, you've been looking after yourself a lot and showing yourself that motherly loving care that you needed. But at the same time, there is something you have been wanting that you are getting now, but you're resisting it. You're resisting it because you have been... It's to do with 2 people. So someone who is this this King of Swords, okay? He's the type of guy that you always thought would be person that you would be with. Okay? So this person here, he's very intelligent, but his intelligence can be also a little toxic. It can be a little, hard to communicate with him because everything that he says, he thinks he's right about it. And he's always going to be right. No matter what you say, you're always wrong. So sit in your seat and shh. Okay? So this is the energy I'm getting from him just because of the way that I'm seeing your actual energy. I see you're very grounded and everything, but you're also kind of stuck. And there's many reasons why that would be happening right now. And over here, we have the Knight of Cups. This relationship for me, it seems like at the minute, you just feel like it's not working, it's unbalanced, everything just seems to be upside down, and your emotions just keep coming up to the surface and you just don't know what to do with it. And it feels like a relationship that's turning into a friendship, turning into a lot of bickering, and you just don't know what to do about it. Here we have the Knight of Cups. There's someone else that because I'm not saying I'm never the one to tell you what to do, but because my energy with this, you're rejecting this Knight of Cups over here. The romantic kind of guy, he's got the flowers, okay? I'm not seeing it as a negative thing, I'm seeing it as reversed, as in you're not really going towards him, okay? Because you're trying to be strong and you're trying to do what's right. Don't know why I'm doing that, but that's how I feel about it. So look, he's holding these bouquet of flowers. He's so charming. He's just really good looking. He's quite attractive. And you don't know what to do because you feel a certain way about this person. Sorry if this doesn't resonate with people. I'm going to be direct with what I feel. Because why not? So that's just what I'm picking up. And he is going to make you you're going to have to make a choice. This is all about making a choice here because you're stuck between these two energies. You're stuck between your head and your heart. What does your heart want and what does your head want? When you come and bring the two energies together, when you merge what your heart is telling you with what you're really what you're going to have to do. What is it? So this does seem like a third party kind of, there's two people involved, including yourself. You're being strong. You are feeling like, why is this happening to me? What has this got to do with me? But at the end of the day, what I want to say about this is this has a lot to do. When my eye twitches, I always in private readings, sometimes it feels to me that maybe a lot of you have had like a third eye kind of activation where you're starting to see things a lot more clearly. In regards to this situation, you're also having a lot more memories of your past and how your dad was to you and your brothers and sisters, if you have brothers and sisters, like your whole family dynamic. You might not want it the same way, but you might want something similar, and you're not really getting it with the person that's in your life. So this needs to be sorted out. You need to talk about it with this person. You need to decide what you want to do. Do you confront them? Do you tell them, like, this is what's up? Like, and now I'm thinking about this other person because you don't show me any love. You don't show me enough respect. You always think that I'm wrong. You never meet me halfway. You always tell me to sit down in my place. These are all the things that you have to kind of understand as to why you're feeling like this. Maybe he is in the way for some people to sort this out, to bless and heal this relationship. But if you already know if you really, really feel, because it's a lot of this desire energy, it's almost like magnetic, but is it magnetic in a good way or is it toxic? That's what you have to figure out for yourself. So, yeah, that is the general kind of energy I'm getting. I'm getting serious channeling energy. So you have a third eye activation. You've been either working on it. I'm feeling like that. It's like, this is like, I'm feeling different, like chinging. So just make sure that you are bringing your energy back down into your heart space, because if you just let your head blast open, and don't connect with your heart, it's going to be difficult for you. You're not going to let what's meant to come through. So if you want to really have a clear indication, like your third eye is open and your crown chakra is open, and these things can be dangerous because you're just open to everything. You're open to everyone seeing your truth. So you're not going to be able to lie to people, because people are just going to sense. It's almost like when your third eye and your crown chakra is open, people pick up on your energy. So you might say something, you might lie to someone, and they're going to know that you're lying. You're not going to be able to lie. That's because you're not protecting your energy. So when your third eye and your crown chakra is open, people that even aren't that psychic can tell when you're not feeling okay, because you're not protecting your energy. This is something that my guides have told me this year, and it's for me, it's so true. And when I started focusing on, like, that's why I can't, like, keep myself to myself. Not that I'm lying to people, but sometimes I don't want to share what I'm going through because people don't understand mental health in the way that I understand it for myself. Everything is by the book, and if you need to take meds and all this kind of stuff, whereas that's just not my belief. I have a different understanding of that. So I don't like to talk about my mental health to people because it's triggering for them, because they want to help and fix me, or they want to be there for me when I don't need their projection. So the only way that I could stop this battle between people wanting to help me and me just wanting them to back away was because my crown, it was open, because I was disassociating. I've done that twice this year, and I'm telling you, it's all down to not grounding. Grounding. But yeah, that is all I have for you, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a comment down below, and if you want more and different types of content, not just pick a cards, more spiritual, witchy, spellcasting things, there is my Patreon in the description down below too, because I like to focus my attention on there. I'm loving it on there. It's taking a little bit of my time away from YouTube, but I'm okay with that because I'm loving what I'm doing. And yeah, I would love to see you there. I do live streams as well. So anything else? Nope. Everything else is in the description. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye. Hello, group number 2. So your energy update. The first thing I want to say is something that I have to say when I see this. I only have 4 cards. I don't need much cards. I like to channel energy more than the cards. I just have them here as a little extra bit. But I was sitting, and some of you are healing a broken heart, some of you are working through your depression or anxiety, and some of you are just riding out a chaotic time, and you're doing your best. So trust when I say that everything is going to be okay. In times like this, when you just feel like nothing even matters anymore, you really, really need to believe that you are safe. Because with this Two of Pentacles energy, it can sometimes feel like nothing's really secure. You don't know if it's safe. And the Two of Pentacles is a little bit of an ungrounded energy here as well. But the main thing I would like to say is, if you're watching tarot readings or astrology readings as a way to escape and to distract yourself from what you're feeling, really question that, because there's only so long that will work until you have a little bit of a breakdown, and you don't want to keep distracting yourself with things. But sometimes we need tarot readings. Like when we're really down. When I'm really down, sometimes I just need to watch one tarot reading and that's it. It has the message. But if you're constantly looking for more and more and more, the less and less and less a reading will resonate for you. So hopefully this message is the message that you only need to get yourself back on track again. And I honestly know that things are going to be a lot better for you, but the only way that that's going to happen is when you take more time to meditate, trying to be in the moment, trying not to consume too much information. So reading too many books or looking at too much social media is going to really take you out of the moment. You need to be as much in the moment as you can by doing as many different things to bring yourself into that centered energy, because that's the only thing that's going to change your the day after. Because if you fall into depression or anxiety, each and every day repeats and repeats and repeats until you bring yourself into the moment. The moment is when everything can shift. If you're constantly going this way, and this way, and this way, and this way, it's just going to get worse and worse until eventually you have to snap back and come back to reality. Some people don't snap back and they need a lot of help. But if you're here and you think that you don't need help, well, this is my message, that you do need to help yourself. If you can't feel like you're ready, if you don't feel like you're ready to open up to people. So when you bring yourself back into this moment and you realize it's not that bad, when I look at the bigger picture and when I weigh the options, I'm a lot happier, but I'm having withdrawals. When you start to talk to yourself, you can literally talk out loud. Sometimes people don't like to talk in their head, or they don't like to go and do it that way. You can talk to yourself. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Talking to yourself in the mirror is the most healing thing. People don't realize that it works, because it doesn't feel like it works in the moment when you're doing it, but it brings you into the moment, and that's what changes it. And it's easy. So talking to yourself in the mirror and not being a bitch to yourself in the mirror either. Cause I feel like a lot of people, when they talk, I don't know, I get that sometimes when I'm channeling people, they talk to themselves in the mirror and they're being so sarcastic, and it's not what they should be saying to themselves. So when you're talking to yourself in the mirror, just really, really focus and just really talk and peel back those layers. Hopefully in the future I will be making videos focusing on how you can kind of work around yourself in another way, because every star sign, every person, everyone is different and they have a different approach. Not everyone can do the same thing when it comes to shadow work. What might work for me will not work for you. Okay, so just looking at the information that you can find on shadow work is really what you need for right now. Let's rephrase that. It's not even shadow work. It's just the moment, bringing yourself into the moment. Not shadow work, because shadow work could be kind of hard for some of you right now, and you might need to really go deeper. You might just need to get yourself out of a little bit of a rut that you feel you're in. Yeah, that's just what I wanted to start with. But the mask has to come off as well. You have to take the mask off, not the mask that the government is making you wear, the mask that you're choosing to wear. Okay? Because what has happened because it just, for me, it feels like both people had to get this happen. Both people needed this to be a thing. So there's no blaming here. There's no you did this and I did that and blah blah blah, because that doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, that doesn't matter. Blaming people doesn't solve anything. It just brings you into more of that energy that you don't want to be in. It brings you out of the present moment, which is what you need to focus on. So we have the Eight of Cups. For some people, this could be you were completely stabbed in the back. Someone might have, if you're in a relationship, someone might have cheated on you. You might have done something that you regret, so you might feel like you're going to get your karma. All of these things could happen, but at the end of the day, what this energy is telling me is this energy that you're feeling right now had to happen. It's done. Had to happen because it had to make you understand that what you think is true is not true to what your soul wants you to believe in. Okay? Because a lot of it seems to be focused around relationships, and the relationship, you might feel sometimes that you're losing hope with relationships or finding love. And I just have to say this because it's so like everyone says this, but this is what's really needed for you, is you need to work on your own self-love for you. Nobody else needs to kind of... That's why, like, if you're watching love readings on YouTube too often, this is me being honest, some tarot readers will feed the wound, because some tarot readers are also wounded. Not every tarot reader is... Every tarot reader is there for a different person, for their different journey, okay? So some people might come to my channel and not resonate with me because they're way past stuff that I'm going through, okay? But I'm way past certain things in relationships, okay? Because I resonated with a lot of tarot readers when I was going through a really toxic relationship. And now I don't resonate with them anymore, because it's not that they're not good tarot readers, it's just that their energy that they are working through as well is what I needed. So now if this resonates with you, you came to me because I've already went through kind of this situation, and now I'm trying to help you wake up to the fact that sometimes things happen to us that feel really bad because it's what you really need to get through the next phase of your life. It's just the reason I'm saying this. There's the Lovers card here in the middle, and just with these two energies and what I was picking up and what I was channeling, it's like it's all these two, the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups together with the Lovers in between is just like such an illusion, okay? And this illusion is the reason that you have anxiety or depression. So if you can't pinpoint why you're feeling low, it's because you're creating a desire, because the Seven of Cups is about desiring, lusting after something, an idea, an illusion that society has made you believe, or that your own journey through life and traumatic events that have happened to you, these have happened to you because this is what you needed to move with to become this person that you always want to be. And the relationship that you will eventually move into is going to be so good. Like, you're going to meet someone that is proper, grounded, and doesn't question what you have to say. They're their own person, you're your own person. This needing each other energy with a lot of people that I see is toxic. Just because your partner says something does not mean that you have to believe it. Just because your partner likes a certain style of music doesn't mean you should try to like it. I know this is so like, of course people don't do that, but at the end of the day, energy changes people. If you are around a certain energy for long enough and you choose to be comfortable, codependent in that person's toxic energy, you become that toxic person's energy. That is just how it works. So when you get out of that energy, you kind of lose yourself for a minute, because this was normal. This person's chaotic energy was normal. So now you're trying to find your way again. You're trying to remember who you were before she came into your life. That's what I'm picking up for you. I know this is very but I think that it was needed. I don't usually have such intense energies come through, but just what came through. So this might not resonate with everybody, but it might just be something that you've already went through and you're kind of okay with it now, and you're just looking back at it and reflecting on it. Someone who's in this now, in this situation now, just honestly, your energy just needs a walk. All that you can do, if you can go for a walk, and if it's not too cold, you sit down somewhere and just put your hands on the earth or put your feet on the earth and just sit. Go somewhere, walk and vent. You're going to release so much, okay? Because the reason you're choosing not to ground, or you're choosing to not look at things that would ground you, is because you've fallen for the last time. This is the last straw, and you're afraid to transition into this change where everything is going to be better. You're holding on to it, even though that you can't. You have to ground yourself. You have to connect back with who you truly are. So that is why I'm feeling that as well from that Two of Pentacles. He's trying to juggle. You're trying to keep both realities still working together, but you're not like that. You're moving into a far more. It's such a nice feeling what I'm getting. I can't put it into words, but where you're going is really good. Just trust in it and try and make this not something that you're thinking about. If you want to think about this, look at yourself. Look at yourself, and in the mirror, look at how far you've come. Look at your past relationships and see how they were all tied together. How did they have the similarities, and how you do not want that anymore, and what you are looking forward to. I'm going to sneeze. I don't know why I don't let sneezes out. I just don't. I like to keep them in. But yes, that is all I have for you. Group number 2. If you would like, I have private readings in my link in the description to my website. Also, I do Patreon. I have more detailed readings on there. I've only started, so there's not as much content up yet, and also I've been going through a little bit of a change with my energy. So my Patreon has content on there. I have weekly videos and other types of content that I want to create. Doing more. You'll see there's 2 options. There's 2 different tiers for you to choose. If you're into magic and occult and learning about magic in a healing way, there's that, and there's also other tarot videos and topics on certain tarot scenarios and beliefs that people have about tarot and stuff. So there's all of that there. I will only do one video a week on my YouTube channel, so that's why I'm always promoting my Patreon, because I spend most of my time there now. And if you want to contact me, there's a chat and everything for that. So yeah, but yeah, thank you so much for watching group number 2, and I will see you in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 3. So I have your cards here. and I have channeled a little bit before. So let's just say you guys have had a really nice time to yourself or with your family. We have the Ten of Cups here, but what I was seeing with that, it had more to do with just the simple things in life. So like looking at, like sitting at home with the window open and hearing the birds in the trees and just being like there's just been so much of a release. Because we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed here, maybe you have had some time off from, work. Are you working from home, or are you going back to work? Or are you having to deal with a boss that you necessarily don't like? I'm feeling like they're the person who has their way and that's it. They're that kind of a leader. They don't really allow for people to step in their way. Especially you, they treat you as someone, well, you feel, again, this is your energy, so this is how you feel about how they treat you. Maybe they don't. Maybe you need to change that way of thinking, because you take everything as like an attack sometimes, and that makes you be a little bit sarcastic or a little bit like sassy in some way. This Page of Swords is always like, excuse me. It's kind of the energy I get from him. He's like, you don't want to say that. So your attitude is not always the greatest, but it's because their attitude is not always the greatest. It's just two energies that just don't work together. So it's not that you're wrong or they're wrong. I really think that your work is something you need to think about. Like, are you truly happy with it? Are you sure that the time and effort that you put into the stuff that you are doing is what is actually going to make you happy? You've had this like recently, or it's just, or maybe it's you're still currently in this energy, I feel, and you're maybe not fully back to work just yet, but I feel like you've had time to kind of connect with your emotions, and that's something you haven't been doing. You haven't been connecting with your emotions because everything has been up here. Everything, though, with your energy seems to me that it's like you're creating this momentum, okay? And it's starting to get quicker and quicker and quicker. I'm literally seeing like horses, like the chariot, but it started off with the wheel. So maybe the Wheel of Fortune. So this is why you've had this kind of look. Okay. Well, she's not on a horse. We have the Six of Wands. So, and there's a bike. So funny. Well, this for me, the momentum isn't to do, well, what I was picking up is not what I'm fully picking up with this card. This card for me is telling me that you've had a really good time with certain family members or people in your community. You've had a little break away, and because I'm looking at the thing here, and if you celebrate Christmas, that's just giving me that holiday theme vibe. So everything has been kind of like celebration and about, yeah, everything has just really been about celebrations or just getting together and you feeling like yourself in a way. And I do think that this has made you feel really good. Like, everything being quiet up here has made you kind of connect down here. Feel your body, be in your body and feel your emotions. Because when your mind is hijacked by negative energy, you can't tune into your emotions. If you don't have control over your emotions, you have these outbursts. This is why you react sometimes to how your boss is treating you or how people treat you with respect. You've been lucky this last while, because people have been treating you with respect. People have just been really chill around you, and your family has been like really nice and been doing a lot of really nice things that you don't normally get anymore because you're always so busy and you're always like go 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 go. So you're I'm just going to be honestly upfront with the things that I feel. You need to choose, do you want wealth or do you want health? Because this is the thing that is pulling you apart. This is the thing that is the tension. Okay? Because if you choose to work super hard for things that don't fall into alignment with what your purpose is in life, then you're going to have this tension. And what this tension does, it creates blockages in the body. And when these energetic blockages happen, that's when you create an illness or create pains in your joints, this is what illness is. Illness it always has to start off as an energy, as a thought, and then if that thought repeats too much over and over and over again, it then affects a certain part of the body that it's associated with. So if you are thinking, no one loves me or treats me with respect, it could affect your heart or it could affect your throat because you don't feel like you're being heard. And then you might have pains in your chest or whatever. This is how our body tells us what's up. Like at the minute, I have a sore hip, and that is telling me that like I need to ground because it actually didn't do my normal routine that I do every morning, so I'm a little bit like achy. I'll do a little light yoga. I don't work out. I don't have to work harder than I need to. I work at my own pace, as in like exercise and everything, because I have to listen to my body. I have to listen to my mind. If my mind is going like this, that means that's not good. It is not good, and I can't do this work if I am in that zone. So that's just something I wanted to say. This peace of mind also has been really good for you, because have you been thinking about, okay, the different possibilities, the different types of abundance that you could welcome into your life? Has spending more time at home and resting and being happy made you think, maybe I need to change my life around? Because you're looking at this glorious big bunch of, like, I'm seeing a big green tree. So you're looking at this big green tree, and it looks amazing, and it's on its own, and it's in the middle of this field, and the grass is so green over there, and everything looks amazing. And then you look over here, everyone is sitting around they're laughing, they're having a lot of fun, but they're around a tree that looks a little like wonky. It's cracked, it's fallen down, but people are sitting on it, and it looks like they're having a good time. But you would rather go over there. This is what I'm feeling. Like, what do you want? I'm not telling you what to do, but if you want to work your ass off, you can do that. But you're going to have to realize that you need to pay attention to your health as well. You can't just go with one thing. So this is not about turning away from creating abundance and wealth for yourself, but you cannot have wealth if you don't look after your health. That's just the laws of the universe. It just does not work. And you could say, well, that's not right, because like celebrities, like they're doing drugs and they're doing all of this and blah 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 blah. They're a different cattle of fish, let's just say. This is a different energy we're working with, and the energy that I'm connecting with you, it doesn't work that way, because you're not that kind of a soul. You're not that kind of a person. You're not destined to be a celebrity who gets manipulated into doing whatever they're told to do, and that's just the truth. That's not you. You are not made to be that kind of a wealthy person. That's not what you're here for. You're here to enjoy, especially now where we are in life. We're here to now welcome abundance. And it all starts from your health first. That's where it starts. Before, everybody thought that you needed to be wealthy to be healthy. Like, if you you can't afford the health foods because they're so expensive. You can't afford, everything is so scarce when it comes to buying things that have to do with health and things like this. Like, you don't have enough. So you're always going to feel like you don't have enough. That's a scarcity mindset. That's a third dimension kind of consciousness. Scarcity is so damaging. We're not scarce. The Mother Earth, she is abundant. She is not going to just burst into flames. I know a lot of people are all about climate change and stuff like this, but like, climate change has become such a mainstream thing now, and we need to always question when anything is in the mainstream, especially right now in the world, why? Why is it there? Why is this being pushed on us? Why is all of a sudden this climate change starting to be the main thing? And people might get triggered by what I say. Like, I love the earth. This is the thing. I connect with the earth on another level. So when I channel the energies of the earth and the energies around me, and I ask these questions, I don't just, she doesn't tell me, Mother Earth or the tree that I'm sitting under doesn't tell me anything. They make me feel something. And the way that I feel when I think about how, anyway, with all of these like groups that are like, we need these like protests, these shouting and all of this isn't what she wants. She wants everyone to just realize that she is abundant and nothing is scarce. We're not scarce. And you could also say, like, animals. I know I'm going on a rant, but all of these animals going extinct, and if humans keep going the way that they're going, we're all going to be extinct. We're going to kill everyone. We're going to kill, like, all of these animals that have went extinct. This is just planting a seed. Do your own research and realize that there is lots of other species that have just been announced. There's new animals, there's new types of bacteria, fungus, and viruses, and all of these things, because this is natural. Viruses are natural. So why are we afraid of a certain thing? Because it just doesn't. I have to be truthful, and I feel like on here with you, group number 3, I can be a little bit more truthful, because you are like, okay, I'm going to sit, I'm going to listen. You kind of want to hear my point of view, and it doesn't have to be right. This is the thing that I want everyone in this group to understand. There are some people who say things that is like, you need to do this, or we need to do that. If you need to do something, or you need to like, you need to buy a certain product to feel good, or you don't need to buy anything. You don't need to consume anything. Consumerism is another part of this matrix that we've been wrapped up in. You don't need to consume anything. You need to feel what you want, what your body wants, what you crave. You need to listen to yourself, not other people. So all of these people that are saying these things like, you need to buy this supplement to feel this, and and we're all just like, okay, yeah, I'll take that. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, they said I'm going to start this new fitness thing, and I don't even know how to feel about that, because I have not tuned in to myself. We're so everything. We need everything now. We need to fix everything now. We're in this fast consumer mindset, and that is changing. It's slowly purging out of people's systems, and the way forward is not the upright version of this. Work hard. You gotta keep working. No, you don't. Time is what you make of it. And the only way you're going to make time work for you is when you spend the time on working on yourself and making sure that you're checking in with yourself every single day, all of the time. You only have you. You don't have anyone else to tell you how to feel. You don't have anyone else to tell you what to think. That's just what I had to pass on to you. You guys don't realize how much luck is coming your way in the next year, but you have to work a little bit better on your health. And when you do, especially, what kind of water are you drinking? I would recommend looking up. I have my own, and I swear to God, if you, I don't have one of these machines, but I have one similar, and I'm going to get a Kangen. It's called a Kangen machine. And trust me, I have done a lot of research on these machines. I was skeptical. I didn't believe it. But there's too much evidence of people's lives changing that I was like, okay, I have to buy one of these machines. I bought a different machine, and it's probably not as powerful, but it still has changed my everything. My mindset, the way that I treat myself. It's also like rejecting certain foods because I am cleansing my body. So water, please, if you want to get serious, look at Kangen machines and ask your family. I think they would be open to it from the energy I'm picking up, because they're kind of like, okay, well, we could look like that tree over there. So I think it's you working on your own health helps your own family. So everyone might be really happy, but are they all fully okay with their health? I think that true happiness comes from when we are fully happy with our bodies or the way that we feel. The foods that you eat are the biggest thing that affect your mind. Because these three, your stomach, your heart, and your head, are the three major things that affect your being. Because they're like the software or the computers. We have like three major computers inside us, and they do a lot of work, and we don't show them enough respect sometimes. But all in all, I would just say, don't take this as a like, I need to do all of these things right now. Take it slow. I think that another reason I don't want to do too many YouTube videos on here is because sometimes I feel like my energy can come off as very like, and it's because I cannot hide the things that come through. Because in a way, sometimes when I'm in this mode, I am channeling, and it's not always my energy. It's like the intensity of your higher self wanting you to receive it in this way is what's pushy. And if the wrong person comes to this video, they might think like, oh, and then I don't really get negative comments, but I feel like when I'm doing YouTube videos, there is a lot of people who need a message, and they need it now. So take that, like, really digest it. Let's say it like that. Just take what resonates right now. If you feel like this was like, maybe you want to leave your timestamp down below, come back to it in a week, come back to it in a month, see how it resonates then, see if things have kind of changed, and yeah, go with whatever works for you. But yeah, that's all I have for you, group number 3. I have extra content on Patreon. The link is down below. I have 2 different tiers. I have a tarot tier, a magic tier. Sorry, excuse me. The magic tier is has to do with magic. It has to do with my practice, my witchcraft, if you want to call it witchcraft, crafting spells, spell crafting, energy work. Let's just say that. It's because that's more or less what my practice is. It's more so to do with energy, and I use things and I do different types of rituals, and they're all my own, but they're stuff that I made up. They worked for me, but I don't expect anyone to follow those, because this is just, I'm just showing you how I do it. And that's why I wanted to share it on there, because I don't want people judging something that I'm just sharing because I want to share it. It's not something I'm saying that this works, because that's not me. So if you want that kind of content, that's there. And if you want more readings or more in-depth readings, there's the tarot tier. It's €3. I don't know what that is in your currency. And the magic tier is €6 a month. And there's also going to be, sorry, I have a pain in my back. There's also going to be live streams weekly, where I'm going to have people come on, get maybe private readings, or maybe they are doing something in the spiritual community that they might want to share. I'm going to have different guests and get them on as well. So that's my plan for going forward with Patreon. I'm going to kind of spend more of my time on Patreon. So if you want to contact me on Instagram, which a lot of people are doing, I probably won't look at it because I have a lot of messages on there. I want to spend more time on replying to the people that are with me on there. So that's just something I'll say it every video because I always feel guilty for promoting myself. I'm like, but that's just, this is something I have to work through as well. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be like, oh, but that's it. But if you don't want that, there is a private reading in the description as well, if you just want that. But yeah, that is all I have for you, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye.